There we go. Yes. So, how's it going? Coming back, doing another stream. Excuse me. I'm trying to see if... Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. That's why. Go to Instagrams. Nope. Maybe downloads. Oh no, did I get rid of it? Oh, that would suck. I think I got rid of it. I'm pretty sure I got rid of it. See? Yep. Nope. Sorry. Trying to go like, oh, let's post this thing. But I think I got rid of my actual art. So let's see if we go to download. Nope. Yep, sure did. Other? Maybe? Nope. Never mind then. I guess we're not. We're not gonna post it. We're just gonna move on like nothing's going on. Although I do kind of want this to be a little closer to me. Throw that over there. And bring the mic over to me. There we go. So now you should be able to hear me. A little better. Alright. So, turn this on too, because it's hot. Alright. There we go. Alright, so, we're going to be doing some Ninja Empire stuff. Gotta get this character done. It's been plaguing me for some time now. So I need to finish this character, and then yeah, we can move on to some other ones. But first things first, though, I'm gonna have to switch over to a different view because I need to add this to my my video that I'll be posting with the description and all that kind of good stuff in the background. So yeah, I gotta switch to a different one. It's gonna be a lot plainer, but I'm sure you understand. Alright. Yep, so there we go. Now we're just gonna get back to work. Take my brush. No. A brush. Brushity brush. Still that one. Okay. Make it that big. I guess we can't make it that big. It's the thing I keep forgetting about with this style. It's like, oh wait, I can make it that big. I'm allowed to. Oh wait, he's got earrings. Yeah, he does. I realized a lot of my characters have earrings. Nothing wrong with that. It's just fact. So, as usual, I'm going to tell you guys, well, not as usual, but I don't know if you've been around or not, but the thing is that I'm doing a different style for Ninja Empire and just fully accepting it now. And it's this mix between my already style, right? So I'm like, well, These faces don't change. That's just the way I draw them. I've just made them bigger. Right? Kind of put on a chibi style. But it's, I don't know, it's something a little bit different, at least in my eyes. I could be completely wrong, but it just feels a little different. Maybe it's just because it's me. I'm used to a different type of chibi because I've done chibi stuff before. This just feels a little different. Maybe, just maybe, it's me finding my chibi style. Fill that, then we're going to select and modify, contract, probably about 5. I guess 10 would have been good. Contract by 10, delete. Come in here. Erase that, then here, erase that. Oh, shouldn't have done that first. Then we can just put that here. Alright, so we put that one there. Control E, eraser. Oh, we can fix that. This comes in here, and then we erase that one. Then we come in and start working the lines again. Thickness around some of the areas. Good. Oops. Nope. That is definitely too far. There we go. That. Come in and do that head. Actually, because I'm dreading the head, we're going to come over here and add some more line weight to this. All of them need it, but definitely need to build up a little bit more, because it was kind of getting lost. You don't want that. guess we need to do it on this side too. Probably should have told my Discord that I was gonna stream. Guess technically I still could. There we go. Not too thick, not too empty. Oof, that head is not right. I don't think that head. Hey.
Are you streaming?
I am.
Because it got to you.
No, nobody's really here.
No one's watching?
No, why you left the door open?
I didn't think you were going to stream.
Mommy told me to, so. Sometime in August.
So why when you open Google, it opens through Google tab?
I think it's just set up that way. You can change it. It's like you can change it. Hello, TNT. How are you? Nice of you to drop in. You been doing any art? I'd love to see some of those fantastic paintings you do. Oh yeah? What are you working on? Anything fun? Just painting. I understand that. Oops.
Did I tell you yet that I watched some video, so now I know what color pencils to get next time I get color pencils?
Oh really?
So basically,
Great. You left the door open too. Okay. I'm like, okay, if you say so. Nope. They're very waxy. It's like they're very, very waxy, and I do not care for that. I prefer the harder pencils because it's more like graphite, and so it just allows me to blend better. Everyone, I've had Prismacolors. Everyone has Prismacolors.
So there's all those like people who basically draw what I do. They draw like kind of real, or do like portraits.
Hmm.
They're like, oh yeah, so yeah, different editing works so how you use this Prismacolors, this pencil, this eraser, this pencil, and they have some random markers that I found.
Well, I mean,
Colors are good. You should really get Prismacolors.
the thing is that Prismacolors are cheaper than. I mean, they're still expensive,
But cheaper.
but they're still considered cheaper than most. So, you know, you can get a lot for the little amount of money that you put forward. So, I can see why a lot of artists will have it solely because, you know, the price is cheaper and they're available everywhere.
No, it's just like everyone has them. So maybe I should try them.
You can try it.
I know.
Probably shouldn't, you know,
I really want the big ones that are like $185. I get like one of the little ones with like this thing on.
well, no, what I was gonna say was I shouldn't be tainting your opinions of brands before you actually tried it. That's my fault.
No, my problem will probably be with the printings is that I'm the head, so obviously it's not me. So, no, I can't do that. It's just a pencil.
It's just the pencil.
Yeah, because basically I just need to watch it more videos, honestly.
It happens. Sometimes it's all it takes.
But I've been working on my painting, and then I have to do another painting. I like that. I'm so happy to have an angry puppy. It's gonna be beautiful.
What?
An angry puppy. He's so angry.
Oh yeah.
Mommy said I should paint it.
Oh, that's what you're painting.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna like find angry puppy hanging somewhere in the house.
It's kind of funny.
Hopefully I can capture her essence.
I'm sure you will be. It's like, man, as much as I like drawing bald heads, trying to get that curve together. I mean, it's such an easy character, you know, you're like, oh, I don't have to draw a hair. So bald is just so much easier.
I always think of it because for me, my people always have hair. So really, their line to their forehead is really just where their hair starts, like their hairline, and not really their whole forehead.
Right.
And so I always feel like that. So unfortunate, and I go, but
See, his head's still messed up. His head is not where I want it to be. So we're gonna use the magic of Photoshop. What does that do? Oh, it fixes people's bad drawing skills.
Maybe you should do Photoshop more, so then I can make it succeed. And then I'll never do it.
Well, the bad part is she doesn't need to teach you. You already know how to do it. You're like, oh look, I touched it. I'm awesome.
I don't really know how to actually do any of the tricks. I just kind of pick colors and then blended them together.
Yeah, well, that worked. So you know what you should do? Keep doing that. That's horrible. Did y'all hear that? I didn't really. I just took some colors and blended them together, and life was awesome. Ugh.
But like I didn't really use Photoshop. It was more kind of like a painting.
Talented people.
You talent. Well then, we should do that challenge where like you have to print out somebody's face and then you cut it in half and then you have to try to match
Draw the other half.
side. Yeah, I
Come
should
on,
obviously
there we
be
go.
you and you should obviously be me because I'm so handsome.
No, stop it. All right, have fun. Yeah, it is, but you know. There we go. That's close enough, I think. Just round it out a little bit. Oh, Photoshop, what's going on with your lines, man? This is why they tell everyone to go to Clip Studio. I'm really gonna have to just sit down and get on Clip Studio for a minute. Try that out. Cause I see so many of my fellow colleagues, they're just on it. They're doing all this awesome stuff. I'm like, really? And it seems like they keep adding more and more stuff to Clip Studio. And so it's like, wow, okay, that's really good. And considering that I've already paid for it. That's the part that's killing me right now. Like, I've already paid for it, so I might as well.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome back.
I'm so cool. I know how to go downstairs.
You're so cool.
Remember when I broke YouTube and it kept making me comment over and over and over and over
Yes. I do remember when you broke YouTube. That was funny.
again? That was so weird. You're like, we get it, Tyler. You're good. And I'm like, I'm not saying anything.
I didn't do it. I swear. I was like,
I was so confused.
keep saying that you're doing it.
I'm gonna go make some way up at drinks because I like drinks.
You're gonna be making what?
Light epic drinks. I'm gonna make Thai tea and then lemonade. Because grandma really likes lemonade also.
So, what I'm hearing is you're gonna use up all the ice.
Yeah. I don't need ice for lemonade.
That's weird. You would think you need ice for lemonade.
Yeah,
Like, not me.
no. That's because you don't use hot water because you don't have to steep or anything. So you don't actually need it to cool it down right away.
Okay. What is going on with this?
Like happening.
This awakening music is not where it's at.
It's not good. You should play wolf music.
Wolf music?
No, woke.
Woke music. Bye again. Shouldn't be this hard to make this curve. Hey, look, you're back again.
You have to get more than one first. I ran out of that one.
It's not raining. Yeah, that's true. It was. Yeah, I was not pleased with it just randomly doing that. It's like, oh, come on, man. It was like, nah. Ugh. Oh my. There. Oh. Computers having a hard time again. Wrap that. That does not need to be that long. There we go.
Someone watching it.
Yep. Well, sort of. It's online. Yeah. Yep, it's online. It's all good. Although I think I may have gotten a commission. I don't know how, but I think I got one. Damon Wayans, Batman. It's like Batman. I think I gotta make him smaller.
Like his whole body smell?
Yeah.
Or just his head?
Well, no, the entire picture,
Why?
so that this thing looks more menacing than, you know, little. Because if I did this, right, and come in, see, needs to be longer.
Does look a bit small.
Needs to be longer up that way. So, with that said, I mean, I don't want to shrink you, but I need to shrink you. So we're gonna take all of this and go shrink them just a bit. All right, and I'm like, all right, cool. And we'll do another one of these. And we try it again.
Do you think the people that aren't in my siblings, your mic, do you think they're gonna start recording again?
Probably not.
I remember when they were all like, okay, Friday night I get to do the basement right now.
All right.
And Saturday Sean has it for an hour.
Oh, there we go.
And then baby just has it for an hour one day when she chooses. You know, she needs help. You know? So honestly I don't understand why she wasn't a weekend day, you know? You're the best person to help. But you know. I thought that was cool. I thought I'd be like, yeah, you might actually get big if you keep this up. And then there were like 2 videos.
It's the thing is that this isn't easy, and one of the harder things is the fact that you have to be willing to sit in front of a camera with nobody watching you, and still work.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really hard for kids.
No, I know.
So I think Baby did a really good job because she's just, she would just pretend that everything was going on. You know, it's like, hi everybody, and she would just talk to people, and she'd be completely fine with it. Whereas the other two are kind of like, well, we kind of wanted someone to talk to. Butch is pretty good about it too, though.
Did they stream?
Yeah, he streamed. He streamed at one point on this computer, and it was still glitchy and laggy and stuff like that, but he streamed on it for a little bit, and he was a natural.
That's good. I still think we should do a video or stream or something where we force you to try Roblox games. That's not just Breaking Road Simulator.
Well, might be able to do something like that.
Yeah, because then like we could have different types of games, or we could just do like some of our favorites. So for Brown, it would be Spider Bite, obviously, and whatever Tycoon movies and movies for today.
Right.
So that's 2 easy ones. Honestly, Tycoons are so simple, unless there's like a whole on the favorite, because then they just spam kill you because you're new and can't do anything.
Well, that's no fun at all.
You know. And there's like role plays, but all the role plays are on Roblox now. Cause okay, so on Bloxburg that costs Robux, so you wouldn't be able to play that one because you don't really care about Roblox. But like, why would you? Because it used to kind of be like everyone, it was all the role play, and if you saw someone like working on the house in the slightest, it's because they were adding another bed to their house because they got a kid.
Oh.
And then it was kind of like there was a lot of house updating, and so people were kind of interested in their house, and like half the server would role play, and half the server would play together, right?
Right.
And now it's just everyone just builds a house, and the most role play you get is, can I have money, please? I can't get a job, and I really need to get a house. I'm like, you can get a job. Like, come on. One time I had this cafe and people were actually coming to it, which is rare because no one cares. They can cook their own food, right?
Right.
It's more of a role play thing.
Right.
And so people were coming to it. And this lady came around my house. She took my food and stole it. Like she ate it and didn't pay me. But I didn't care because I make her $30 and that's not a lot in Bloxburg.
Okay.
I was like, okay, whatever. And then she comes to my house and demands I give her money. And so she was like super annoying and like standing outside my base yelling at me, honking her car at me, like just ruining my business, right?
Right.
So I give her $1. She's like, that's not enough. And so I give her $1,000 just so she'll leave me alone. And so she goes and gets her sister, and her sister does the same thing, and so I pay her.
Oh,
and I
wow.
gave her $1,000, and she said, that's not enough. No, so basically what happened actually was I'm like, I already paid you, why do I need to pay her? And she's like, well, see, you just admitted that you paid me, so why can't you pay her? I'm like, you scared off all my business. You think I still have money?
Right. You got rid of all my business, lady.
Yeah. But, and then like another roleplay game. Adopt Me's pretty good, but I just think Adopt Me is boring. And like the money system is so slow. So that's why I don't like Adopt Me. And then Meep City was always a chill game. Like mostly you really have to find someone to roleplay with. It was always like, if you're lucky, you'll find a roleplay.
Okay.
And then Royal High was really good for a while. And then it updated, like its first update was pretty chill. And people still roleplayed. But it went from just being like a high school and there was like a prom every night. You got to vote someone king and then you had classes and really easy homework and then like time to roleplay. It went from that and now you're in outer space. Like they're just setting to go to outer space.
Okay.
There's a town now, outer space, 2 different schools, dorms. There's just so much stuff. You really have to like make a group of friends to roleplay.
Outer space, man.
Oh, it's so scary.
That's where that went. That went to outer space.
Yes. Which is, you know, crazy to me. I'm like, why are you doing school in outer space? And probably play Piggy 2, which in my opinion is just a better version of Spider. I don't like Spider because Spider's really slow. And I hate being Spider or Piggy. I think it's incredibly boring, right? So with Spider being slow and me not liking it, I just don't like the game that much because I have a chance to be Spider. But so Spider and Piggy are pretty cool. And then I'd probably force you to play Hardcore Tower because that's a game that we all like until we realize that it's hard. Because Joshua found it because there's this game called Tower of Hell and it's a game that I like. It's just an obby.
Right.
It's just an obby and you get a prize for winning and you can make everyone else's life harder if you have money. Or you can have them, you know. I'm just stingy and hoard all the money.
Stingy and hoard all my money. That is a statement that you made.
Yeah, so that's that. And then Hardcore Tower, so basically there's a setting where you get 2 gears over a course of time each round, which is like 8 minutes or something. And you get these gears to help you out. Some of them suck, like the grappling hook sucks so bad it doesn't work. And so that's just an hobby. And I remember Bloxburg because I'm super rich in Bloxburg too. Because Momo and I went to a beach with this dude named Eddie, and I was all chill, and I gave him some money because he was being super nice to us. He's like, you know I'm rich, right? And I'm like, no, question mark. And so he donates me $100,000.
He's like, yeah, you don't need to help me. I'm good.
And I was like, I was just in shock for like the whole minute. I was like, did I really just get that much money? And then, like, Justice and Izzy, because they always wanted my money, especially Izzy. They were always like, you're so stingy, bro. You don't even need all my money. You just hoard it. But meanwhile, now I have 400,000K, right?
Right.
I keep working. I go to work, unlike some people. I remember one time.
He's like, I be doing work.
I remember one
Putting
time
in work.
I was playing Bloxburg, working on my house.
Right.
And Izzy came in and he's like, hey Ty, can I have 60K for a car?
Ty?
I know, it's like,
In real life. I can give you 60K in Bloxburg.
Doesn't help me in real life.
I know.
My dearest tall husband,
yeah.
could you retrieve for me my big silver bowl that has a lid from up top on the shelf where it's too tall, too high up from me, the short one? To
Yep.
reach?
Can you give me a second?
I mean,
I
yes,
don't know if I had all my Bloxburg
yes, I
money.
can, but I'm being dramatic, saying if I have to.
We'd be so much richer.
Yeah. Get on that.
Hi, you never finished making your cookies.
Oh, sorry. I was talking to Dad
Okay, gonna save real quick. I gotta go run. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm back. All these extra lines. Oh no, what's that means? Alright. Go. And know what that line is right there. Come into this marquee. And we'll just make one. What? Okay, select, modify, contract, put 5, delete. Take a wreck. Alright. So you got that. I'm gonna put the special mark tattoo on the dude now. Okay, maybe not. Tilt it, select, modify, contract by like 40. Did nothing. Contract by 150. 100. That's what I was afraid of. Right, not a problem. I'll do it here. Okay, so see, I gotta actually. A little bit and same thing here. Right, so it wraps around the head a little bit. Kind of looks like a big old headband right now. That is okay because we're gonna make it work. Alright. Put that back on his head. And then this will definitely drop. Right? Because it'll be on top of his head. Right? It's going to be a tattoo of sorts. Last thing I really want to do. Okay. Set his weight. Oh, it's kind of late, isn't it? No. It's like, oh wow, it's late. Okay. It's cool. be pretty sweet. But he won't, so he's like, that'd be pretty sweet, but he won't. He's too cool for school, you know what I mean?
I saw Joe Daniel. He did a blindfolded sculpture.
He does a lot of crazy stuff.
It's actually pretty good. Like,
He's super talented.
he is. It's not even fair.
I mean,
That sculpture was like something I could only imagine in my brain.
cannot deny the man's skill whatsoever.
Yeah. He's actually pretty cool.
He seems like a really nice guy.
No, he's pretty cool, but I don't like watching his whole videos. He talks a lot,
Just,
which is good. Like, I mean, for him, you know, you're supposed to talk a lot on YouTube.
Right.
But a lot of him is just him, like, explaining his process through it.
right.
Which, you know, is kind of what you're looking for. But
Right.
when he's just talking and you're watching someone do speed drawing for, like, 10 minutes, it's kind of boring. Yeah, so I saw him do, like, a realism with a ballpoint pen.
Yep.
That one was pretty good. His first one was pretty good. I didn't like his hard drive thing. The second, he did 3 challenges. So he did like a landscape one.
Mm-hmm.
So something, he took like this really cool hard drive thing that he got, and he had to draw that, place it down, had to copy its shape, its shadow, its color, like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just pick a toy and do that, you know. And then he did one where, you know, you draw a person, you pick the person, and he drew that person. So it was in that order. So the first and the last one were pretty cool, but I did not like the second one. It looked off.
It might have been.
It was. Like it wasn't bad. You could definitely tell they were the same thing, but it just looked. It
Okay.
looked so sad, kind of compared to what he did.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, I don't know who you are, but you're epic.
The sweet. How's it going? Thanks for dropping in. My day's been going pretty good. Got a little extra streaming in today. Trying to wrap this up. Trying to wrap this one up. Giving me some problems right now, but mostly because I'm trying to wrap it around the curve a little bit. Try and make that something. So yeah, it's a lot of playing around, but I think that's gonna work. My little brother wants to make a living on drawing art, but I'm looking for advice for him. How old's your little brother? Because that will determine a lot. $27. So do you by chance know what he wants, like exactly? Because he said he wants to make a living drawing art. What does he do? Does he draw comics? Is he a portrait artist? And he said by his drawings, and the one thing I could definitely recommend is to draw. Like you should be drawing every single day, sketchbooks, I mean, he should just be filling up sketchbooks. I need to put a color down here real quick, so we can see what. traditional art. So what I would suggest, because traditional art's going to be a bit hard to get into, because you're going to have to do a lot of gallery shows, and galleries are really, really hard to get into. But oops. But as far as like he wants to make a living, then I would suggest looking into making prints, getting an online store. Prints and t-shirts are probably going to be the best bet, right? Because you can use your traditional drawing skills and then make prints and stuff like that. So you can really, you really make a living doing like t-shirts and stuff like that. But as far as like what he needs to do in order to be like a success, like I said, draw a lot. But social media is going to be key. Absolutely 100% key is to get on social media and promote your work. Promote. Because if you don't promote it, no one's going to know about it. And so he's not actually going to be able to make a living. The trying to be like, oh, well, my work is good, therefore I'm going to get noticed, doesn't happen. I mean, it could happen, but it really doesn't, right? That's one of those slim chances that you're like, oh, well, I was able to just do work. You're like, yeah, that's not the way that works. So, he's gonna have to get out here, do things like live stream, like Twitch and YouTube, Facebook, anything like that. Get yourself out there, because if you're not gonna get yourself out there, no one's gonna know, right? And then you cannot make a living doing art if nobody knows you exist. So that's important. And then, going on YouTube or not YouTube, but Facebook, and finding like-minded people. That's going to be important, like find your niche and stick with it, and go with that, be happy, find your niche and work with that. Because if you don't, once again, you got to find the people who like what you're doing, because it's everywhere, right? There are people who like things that you like. So if you're like, I'm a traditional artist, get on Instagram, post a lot, use some hashtags, traditional art. No matter what level you're at, go for it. Just go for it. So that a lot of people like to see your progress and feel like they're part of your growth. So the more that you put up there, the more that people get to see and stuff like that, the more people are willing to go, oh, I was there from when you were in the beginning stages. Here's $20, here's $100, here's $30, stuff like that. So that is definitely something that I would recommend. That's gonna go up here. It's black. Oh. So, yeah. But I would say the biggest thing, social media. 100% social media. Okay, I'm gonna make this all multiply. Bring this in. My coloring one. And then let's pick some color. Maybe not that one. It's too much. I want to make him peach. Withered. There you go. We'll try that. Oh, thanks. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. I'm trying something new here. So we're gonna see how the end result works out. rid of that so that I'm not confused with you so much for the information. Anytime, and if your brother is, willing to come in and, just talk for a little bit, come into the stream or whatnot, I would gladly talk to him too. And to answer any type of questions or even look at his work. Because I am a professor for art, for graphic design, illustration, sequential art, animation, and stuff like that. So, I can give it a good old critique if you'd like. Really have zero clue what kind of colors I want to put on this guy. So, in the end, this should be pretty fun. I know that I want his fur to be dark, though. I know that I want him to have dark fur. And because I know kind of this character's backstory, I want to keep his colors kind of dark. What's going on there? Eesh. That was weird. Some dark colors, so we're gonna come in here. No, that's not open, so we'll just do this. We're just gonna come in here and color him up. It's a lot easier now. Then you see stuff that needs to be cleaned up. So one thing I hate about doing this really tight-knit, animation style is that you need to clean up a lot. There's always some little mess somewhere. You're like, oh no, why? Race. I draw traditional too. I don't have a set style. I draw anything I feel. I don't sell art, and I don't plan on doing that in the future. No. Do you post online though? Do you let people see it? Because, pretty sure you got some cool stuff, and it would be, inspiring to other people to see people's work. Like, I know I like seeing other people's work, so even if you're not trying to sell it, What up, Jerry? How's it going, man? Doing all right? Having a good evening? What's up, Paints? Oh, what? We're being raided. Oh man, my alerts are not set for this one, solely because I'm recording and I'm going to use part of this for the stream. What's up, Gabe? Couple hours. What happened? Let's see. I've been on for an hour. What happened? You get sick? How'd your stream go? Raid during an early morning. All right. So for all you people who came in, welcome to the Ninja Empire. I draw a lot of ninja stuff, and currently this is the style I'm going for the Ninja Empire. And it used to be very traditional 90s cartoons. Here, I can show you something. Nope. Ninja Empire, character development. And let's see. So this was kind of this. Oops. Let's not do that. Move you over. This was kind of this. This was the style that I was going for before, right? So that's the style I was going for. And now we're pushing to this more chibi, cartoony style that I think is going to be really fun, and the idea behind it is going to be super violent. And so, but I'm working. I mean, it's a personal project, and I'm working on a comic / 2D fighting video game where a lot of the story is just going to be told through comics. And I make characters all the time, and now that I have this style and things go so much faster, I'll actually get to be able to produce more and more characters as we go along. Paints, man, thanks for the follow. There's someone else. Drop this down a little bit. Rain Keys, thank you very much for the follow. Kiwis hate me. That sucks, man. I'm sorry that your internet was being dumb. You know. I mean, but I thank you for coming. Them thick lines. Yeah, oh yeah. That was something I did even when I was drawing more the traditional Western style comics. I always try to have these really thick lines. So naturally this kind of feels right. I did a test beforehand, because somebody, one of my former students actually came to me and was like, yo, you need to fix this. And I was like, wait, what? Your style is not, it was like, it wasn't your style is not working, it's just, it's time to update. You're doing this all graphic design stuff, so why not just try and push it? So now, you know, less shapes, more patterns, really trying to push a style, and it becomes more marketable, especially now. People love Funko Pops and those little mini collectibles and stuff like that, so it just happens to work because I can't compete with Gabe, you know what I mean? Can't compete with Gabe and his style, so gotta try and find something else. Which is always funny because people are like, "Oh, you should try this more painterly style," and I teach it in class, and then I'm like, "Yeah, that's not for me, not for me." So Gabe, man, I'm still waiting on that return challenge, because I'm gonna firmly say it. I kicked your butt in the first one, so yeah, I did give him his first lessons, which was funny because he didn't like it at first. Didn't like it at first, but then we I think we got through it, and then he just went and ran with it. So, but aren't shapes the backbones of patterns? What I've been learning in graphic design course. It's true. You know, true. I love working in shapes. You really did. Hold my beer. I don't believe you, man. I ain't scared of you. I'm actually, I shouldn't be telling you this, but I'm working on a piece to up the challenge. Like I said, I'm gonna call you out probably in August. So I guess next week sometime. Just know it's coming. I'm gonna call you out. The bad part is that it's on your turf and you ain't even bringing it. What's going on? Beauty Cascade, thank you so much for that follow. Slams fist on table. Challenge. I bet. Let me do some promo. Bring it on. I don't know what we're gonna do, but you bring it on. It's like, you bring it on anyway. I'm here. I'm here. I'm ready if you're ready. You know, what's funny is like, I've realized that I don't stream at night. I used to, especially when I was at Norfolk when everything was still open. Because there's so many freaking fantastic people on at night. And so, yeah, I started moving on to the day and mid-afternoon. Apparently there's less people who want to work at that time. So I've even contemplated doing like an early morning stream, like, you know, start at 6:30 in the morning, something like that, and then do it in German. Hey Aaron, what's going on? You know, the thing is, I'm not afraid of night streaming because I have done it. But the thing is that when you're a little guy, you know, like I just started streaming, and like I said, I finally have a style that I think is more popular with today's peoples. So I think that I'll start garnering a little bit more attention. But man, there's so many people. I mean, there's been so many times when I've actually done streams by myself. You know? And it's like, oh, that looks really good, Brian. Oh, thank you, Brian. Yeah, get that EU crowd. That's the one I'm after, especially because it's really funny because people don't think that I'm German. And so they will easily mistake me for someone who doesn't speak German, and then they'll be like, oh, because even on my little promo piece it says German and English. People are like, man, you don't speak any German. And then I start speaking German, and they're like, wait a minute, did that just come out of your mouth? Especially when I stop trying to speak proper German. That's the one thing. When I stop speaking proper German, then all of a sudden it's like, they're like, oh my goodness, this guy. It's like, yep. Oh look, we got some bots in here. Do I want to become famous? I don't know, maybe. He's like, hi bots. And all my mods are sleeping. My mods, like I have a bunch. I have like 2 people kind of come in, and they've been slacking as of late. It's okay though. I know. Do you want to become famous? Yeah, would love to. Just not that way. So Gabe, did you finish your Quora? Were you able to get that done before the internet decided that you shouldn't be streaming? Do you want to be famous? I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. It'll be fun, I think, maybe. Like I said, just not that way. Nope. Drawing the elements is proving to be very challenging. Yeah, if you're trying to make them look good. Oh, you're trying to get all 4 of them in there? That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I'm sorry that it's proving to be a problem, but, you know, when you take on challenging stuff. But once you get it down, though, you know, that's when it looks amazing and everyone's like, oh my goodness, this is brilliant. Better start making some prints, man. Just online print-on-demand prints. So people can eat it up. Because I mean, if people are bugging me about my prints, you know, you should be rolling in the print money. Rolling. I'm saving for a printer. Oh, you can do it yourself? That's smart. Well, they're getting a lot. The printers are a lot cheaper nowadays. But I mean, if you get a good one, like if you just get a good 11x17 printer, like a really big one that can handle it, you can just print those bad boys out yourself. That's what you want. If I had the space, I'd get another big one. I used to have one. Those were good times. It was so easy to just do your prints and stuff. You didn't have to worry about anybody. You're just like, thank you, but no thank you. When you needed something like right then and there, it was easy. Printers. How dare you be expensive for a really nice photo printer? Yeah, I mean, true. They are. They get. I mean, they'll get you. They're expensive. Yes. What? I'm sorry. Hold on. My wife just said something. I'll be right back. Just hold on. Hold tight. Sorry, I was giving him cake. Super nice gamer chair that I want so badly. Yes. Excuse me. I do have the gamer chair. I got it for my birthday, actually. I was super happy about that. Because I was like, oh man, if I'm going to start doing this streaming thing, I need to be a little comfortable. Because it was really bad. Really, really bad. We should go ahead and go dark. That way we can set it apart. Go with these more grayish. Keep him not trying to make him too flashy. When I try and do these, I really try and do a limited color palette, solely because it just makes it easier. Makes it easier, and thinking about printing and stuff like that, like making toys and that kind of stuff. It just makes it easier. Okay, put this here. Sorry, I sort of sidelining photography as well because I'm clearly not trying to do enough with my graphic design and theater degrees, so I have had fun experience in paying a lot of money for really nice photo paper and yeah. Yeah, it does cost a lot. Like if you're doing the really nice paper and stuff like that, that's crazy expensive. I mean, to be honest, that's why I went out and got my own printer, because the cost was so much that it was just like, you know what, I might actually be better off buying it myself, you know, and printing it myself and doing stuff like that. Like, boy, what was one of my favorite papers? Oh. Favorite paper company? Yep. Alright. I always try and overlap colors. One thing that's very important when I try and, or not overlap, but I try and repeat colors. Once again, limited color palette, but it just forms a lot of unity and harmony when you can constantly see the same colors in your character. So that's why when you look at like cartoons and stuff, they don't have all these crazy colors. It's because of money, right? And it's just easier to do less colors. But when you have to do that, then you start trying to make sure that your design and your colors work together. Canson, oh, that's crazy. But I'm looking into like the border rag, yeah. And there's so many papers out there, so many crazy paper that you're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it, right? And you're like, what's the difference? And there is a difference in every single one of them, you know. And you're just like, man, I didn't think that, you know, there'd be so many different papers and they all give off like a different effect. And the problem is, the only way you will ever figure it out, if that's what you want, is you gotta try it. And you gotta spend a gazillion dollars just going back and forth trying to figure out if that's what you want. And you're like, oh no, sadly, that's the one I want. You know, there's absolutely squizzot you can do about it. It's like, well, I'm gonna pay a lot of money. That's it. I'm gonna say it right now, I absolutely hate printing on matte papers because of how much they flatten out the tones. Yeah, that's true. But you know what? The most part, people don't notice that. There's like, I don't see it until you actually start using the other papers. And that's really, I mean, I really like photography for that reason. Like you actually have to go in and figure out which paper, which ink is going to work the best for what you're doing. And that's just, it's a fun process, but my goodness, is it an expensive process. Like, that's some insane amount of money that you got to go through. Oops. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, well, my markers and my art supplies, they cost a lot of money too. I'm like, yeah, but you really don't know the plight of most things until you have to start dealing with like a $30 piece of paper and then mess up. That's the thing that always, you know, the thing, especially when it comes to like photography. Like, you're like, oh, I bought this very expensive paper, it looks awesome, I can't wait to use it. You use it and then there's an ink splatter or something, you know, and you're just like, and then you gotta go and get it again, because it's just the way it is. It's rough, I tell you. The horror of not aligning the paper. Yep. That's the problem right there. It's one of the reasons why I'm such a big fan of having someone else do it. Because if a company screws it up, that's their fault. They can replace that $30. You know, that $30 paper. I don't care. If I do it, I'm gonna cry a little bit. You know what I mean? That's the big thing. I'm like, I don't want to cry. I've clearly not had that happen to me. Nope. I have. It sucks. It's no funs. I'm pretty sure that most every single photographer has dealt with the awfulness that is misaligned paper. My wife's still talking to me. See what she's saying. You know, work. And bring it to Facebook. I didn't notice till. Oh no! Oh. Alright, so we got that. We don't want to have that. Let's see if we, whoops, we can't. Oh, I made a copy, huh? We don't need that. Delete, we don't need that. We're gonna come in here, go wand, select, modify, expand by 2. That's not really enough. Select, modify, expand by 2 more. Come here, bam. Thankfully, it was the proof of the sheer horror I faced. Nintendo pointed at you. I bet. You got it. Always the problem, like when you're doing it yourself. Oh man, the sheer amount of money and time, tears that have been shed when I was like putting together my own zine. Oh my goodness, so sad. Just one more. One more. The blood, sweat, and tears of agony. Yep, that should be an anthem. It probably is somewhere. We're all crying. Is that the gray ahead? So yeah, the sheer pain that us artists have to go through to make something that hopefully someone will appreciate. Alright, I'm trying to be more responsible and keep my sleep schedule together so I'm off to bed and have a great stream. Alright, Gabe. Take care, man. I understand your sleep schedule. Like the way he's coming together. Samies. Alright, Paints. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, and you know, Gabe, thank you so much for the raid. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Thank you very much. He tells us you're great. Thanks, Fabulous Donut. I don't know what he's talking about. Just tried to do a little teaching, that's all. Thanks, man. I try and catch you, but you keep streaming too dang late. I always feel bad just kind of jumping in and then jumping out. You're like, alright, bye. Gotta go again. I see you've got German in your title too. Heard that you said that earlier. Is there a possibility you could hear some German? There's always a possibility. Are you German? Start there. I might have to throw out a disclaimer. Do you speak German, I mean? You don't necessarily have to be German to speak German. I have to go. Alright, Keys. Oh, man, I completely understand that. I did a commission earlier today. So I hear you. Thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out for a while. Means a lot. I'm Swedish. Okay. Nice. So, I told everyone that I was gonna, I was going to stream probably early mornings just to catch some of the Euro crowd and to speak German and everything and freak people out, because I don't really speak proper German. I speak Bavarian, and so while I can try really hard and speak proper German, I hit people with Bavarian, with Bayern. Und normalerweise, wenn ich Bayerisch rede, versteht mich fast keiner, weil den Dialekt, den musst du wirklich kennen, und wenn du ihn nicht kennst, dann verstehst du normalerweise gar nichts. Und tja, es ist einfach ein bisschen schwer, wenn du von Norden bist oder von einem anderen Ort, wo nur Hochdeutsch kennt, und da kommt da einer her und der redet dann nochmal Bayerisch, mit so einem starken Dialekt, und da versteht einfach kein Mensch was. There you go. There's your daily hit. I was like, I speak German. to be a brighter color if I want those to glow. So I'm thinking I want his stuff to be blue. Alright, we'll do some glowy stuff later. Some glowy blue stuff. I want that to be like the big contrast is that he's got these glowing blue bits. Alright, so he's in all these like dark grays and browns, and then there are these bright glowing colors. Which is gonna be funny as far as trying to get those to pop out the way I want them to. So Donuts, do you stream too? I actually don't. Too bad. Love to hear some Swedish. I did stream a little bit of an unpopular game back in the day. Gaming streaming, I mean, you can either get really, really popular really fast or get swallowed. I mean, I guess that's true for the art as well. Well, I do know that once I get these flats in, my wife did go to bed, which means I should probably be in bed. But we're gonna... Oh, do we leave his hair white? What color should we make his hair? So I'm definitely feeling that, but I can't leave those white. Like it can't... That cannot be a white. Maybe we'll just come in and drop those down a little bit. Donuts, are you in Sweden right now? Swedish timeline? Because then either you're getting up, like it's time for you to wake up, or it's extremely late and you should take your butt to... Man, are you just getting up or are you going to sleep? Because if you're going to sleep, yeah, I know what time it is. I got family in Germany, so I know exactly what time it is. But like I said, you're either getting up or you're going to bed. If you're going to bed, go to bed, man. Good gravy. It's late. I need to finish this 3D first. Ooh, that's too saturated. Yeah, that is always the problem. You're just like, man, I'm working on this. I just want to feel like I would really want to be like, man, I just want to finish this character. I'm so close. Which, you know, after the flats, it's pretty much done. You know what I mean? So. Throw in a shadow layer, highlights, and anything that needs some highlights. Probably make that just a little bit darker. And make it a little bit lighter. Oh wow, it's one of the first ones where I need to do the light first. Or the dark. I don't know. I guess we'll figure that out later. Come back to the white for now. Alright, so there are the flats. Go ahead and save that. And while I am not like donuts, I am not trying to stay up forever and a day. I'm definitely going to be calling it tonight. I mean, I got my flats going, so that's really cool, right? Come in tomorrow, probably be able to finish him, and then start a new character. But tonight is definitely, it's time for bed. So I wanna thank you guys, all of you who came in from Gabe's stream. I want to definitely say thank you guys so very much for that. Oh, I don't know if you guys are gamers or whatnot, but I would like to raid a other fellow student of mine, or one of my former students, and so would definitely like you guys to stick around while I go and raid him. 24-hour stream. Well, I tried that. It didn't work. It didn't work because I was doing it with my kids, and then my kids decided to dip on me, and then I was like, I'm not trying to do this, but I think I'm going to do one before school starts again, and I'm actually going to do a 24-hour stream, so be on the lookout for that one. Be on the lookout for that one. Alright. Thank you guys so very much, and like I said, we're going to raid a friend of mine, former student of mine, and yeah, so thank you guys so very much, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next stream. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the outro, and I'll see you guys later.
that